I'm Sam, and this is Cooking Cuban. Frijoles Negro or black beans, Cuban style. These are all the ingredients you're going to need. Black beans, green pepper, onion, cumin, salt, a pinch of sugar, white vinegar, oregano, olive oil, black pepper, garlic, and bay leaves. We are using a 14-ounce bag of black beans, which we are going to pour into the pressure cooker. If you have a stovetop pressure cooker, all this can be done from your stovetop as well. This is just one that works alone. First step is to wash the beans because sometimes they can come dirty. Now, my grandma's going to explain how Goya beans are always clean because, they're a very good Cuban brand and we happen to use them all the time.
Mira. Ese es Goya, mira. Mira eso. Yo compro Goya. No, y blanquito, mira, no es que está hay otro que tú lo laves y todo está feo. Y este no, mira, blanquito. Yo 2 veces por hacerlo, pero limpiecitos están. Y después ya le voy a echar agua. Vamos a echarle agua ya para cocinar. Vamos a ver, más o menos.
We are not putting water to cook the beans. My grandma always does it más o menos, or, more or less. She doesn't really measure things, but we're, for the sake of you guys, going to measure it here. You see the little pressure cooker says 5 cups, more or less.
Sí, 5, porque va... Yo no sé 5 copas quiere decir.
Yo creo que 5 copas.
Es 5 copas, sí. Bueno, el caldero lo dirá. Porque yo nunca lo medí. La vista. Exacto, yo nunca lo medí. La verdad.
Once you get good at making these beans, you also won't need to measure. You'll be abuela skilled. Here we are chopping up the green pepper, and look, whole thing goes in. Yep, that's right.
Sí, entero.
Así entero.
Ah, sí.
De verdad entero.
Sí, porque ya es para... Así se lo quiere sacar, no pasa el trabajo.
Así.
Now we're chopping the onion, and it's going into the pressure cooker whole. Yes, this is a very easy recipe. Check it out.
Entero. Sí, mientras que estemos aquí.
Entero también.
Now it's time to peel the garlic, and yes, I was just as amazed as you once my grandma took out the exterior, kind of papery skin of the garlic. She put it in. Very, very easy recipe, my grandma's saying, and let me tell you, they turn out delicious. So we put a little bit of salt in there, and now the next thing we're going to put in are the bay leaves. All this is going into your pressure cooker, whether a stovetop or standalone pressure cooker. All these ingredients just get thrown into it. This is a little bit of cumin that my grandma's putting in, and asking my grandfather to double check how much she should.
Una gotiquita. Ahí. Una gotiquita nomás Jesús, ¿verdad? De comino.
He's quite the chef as well, so he said just a little bit of cumin. That was the oregano that flew out because of the window, but you just put a little bit of oregano in there and a little bit of pepper.
Esto sí no importa, esto aguanta un chorro.
Go ahead and put a nice big pour of olive oil in there. My grandmother says that que aguanta mucho, like it holds a lot. It really adds to the flavor of the beans.
Después uno le echa tamal.
Ah, mira.
Esto es una gotica también.
Now we're adding just a pinch of sugar. Maybe that's more than a pinch. It's a Cuban exaggeration, but hey, it's just a bit of sugar. And now we're going to put in some vinegar. Another good pour in there, but not as much as olive oil. This is a very quick and easy to make dish, and it's delicious. So now we're stirring up all the chunky ingredients that we have put into the pressure cooker. And my grandma's going to add just a tiny bit more salt because she felt like she needed some. She had that instinct.
No, esto es lo bueno que tiene, que uno no le puede echar otra vez. Es mejor que quede desabrido.
She says it's better that the beans come out less salted than overly salted because you can always add more salt at the end.
Uno le seca así para que...
No fastidia la olla.
Para no fastidiar la olla.
The beans are ready to be cooked, so my grandma puts them in her standalone pressure cooker. Now, if you have a stovetop pressure cooker, you will cook the beans for the same amount, 30 minutes.
Vamos a apretar ahora el botón que dice bean.
Ah, sí, claro. Ya, 30 minutos.
For those of you with a stovetop pressure cooker, just put your beans on the stove. Once it's pressurized, let the beans cook for 30 minutes, and then you'll have a delicious meal. My grandma jokes around that now all she has to do is put the stuff away. Now the beans are done. Here's the big reveal. Yeah, looks a little chunky. Of course, it's not completely finished yet, so...
Wow. Mira que olor más rico.
Cute. Ay, sí, tienen olor.
Once the beans have cooked for 30 minutes on the stove, what you're going to do is take out all the chunky parts, so the onion that we chopped up, the whole garlic that we threw in there, the green pepper, all those things, because we're going to put it in a pan to saute it just a bit.
Yo lo estoy sufriendo, sí. Lo hago así para que ahora yo porruño con el ajo. Aquí mismo.
The first thing she does is flatten down the garlic so that all the cooked garlic gets released from its little shells, and you take off that shell of the garlic and you throw it away. You don't need that part anymore. From now on, what you're going to do is you're kind of mashing up the onions and the green pepper, adding a little more olive oil here so that we can really saute it well.
Uno lo sofrí para que coge más gusto. Se lo vuelve a echar para atrás.
See how my grandmother's kind of manually breaking down those chunks so that it goes back into the
Ahora como
beans.
se sofre un poquito, yo he hecho un poco de frijol aquí. Para que me pese un poquito, porque está un poquito... El frijol negro no es pegajoso.
My grandma just explains that black beans, they're not like sticky, you know, it's a little bit more watery. So the reason we mash up the vegetables and later on some more beans is to make it a little bit more, to give it a little more substance. So that's why we're doing this whole saute portion of it. Now my grandma's about to get some more beans.
Un poco sí que se lo voy a aplastar.
My grandma took a few spoonfuls of beans out of the pressure cooker and is going to put them into the pan so she can kind of smash them so that the beans in general, when she puts that back in, have more substance.
Esta es la manera de muchos latinos, cubanos, que lo cachan. A quien le gusta así, sin escacharlo. A mí me gusta cuajarlo un poquito, está un poquito aguado. Y ya esto lo va a poner un poquito más específico.
So after we've sauteed the vegetables, smashed some beans in there, and sauteed it again, we're going to put it back into the pressure cooker and unite it with the rest of the beans. It changes the consistency of it.
Ve que cambió por lo menos un poquito. ¿Ve?
You're done cooking. You have a delicious plate of frijoles negros, black beans, Cuban style. Very traditional Cuban black beans, made by my grams. They're hot, you gotta be careful. Just so soft, very flavorful. We even put all those things in it. It's just so good. And super simple. Did you not notice? I was like, well, that's perhaps the easiest dish I've ever seen. And it's delicious. So, obviously, I'm gonna yum it up here, and hope you guys taste it soon. Is that a weird wink? I don't know.
Súper.
Yo lo tengo todo ahí, pero yo para que tú supieras.
Ah, sí.
Yo lo tengo todo ahí, le meto los churritos, ¿ves? Vengo y hago, le meto el churro, pero yo para que tú supieras. Digo, no sé si te hubiera gustado más así.
No, a mí no me importa.
Así más bonito. Tú que lo pones para allá. Ahí, así. Pero yo me imaginé que por el nombre era mejor.
Sí, sí, no, era perfecto. Se parece de verdad como una...
Exacto.
Un programa.
Hace rato que está, lo que pasa es que lo hemos dejado ahí. Me quedó de otra cosa.
Claro.
Ya sé, ya si quieres, ya quieres comer ya para que así te lo personas.
Voy a comer en un poquito.